Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your old pal CHH. I'm here to tell you that the power is now in our hands. I mean, it really is, because let's talk about physical media today, which, surprise, we do that a lot. A lot of times with collecting, especially in horror, but not really just horror, we get what we want, but we can never get that last step. A lot of times what we like is getting a collection of movies together, especially franchises, because I've done videos talking about physical media. I've tried to cover topics that we probably all think about subconsciously, but you might not have heard discussions over. Slipcases, the way movies get released and things like that. And one of the big things we like as collectors, especially for titles that have that mean a lot to us, is getting a nice premium box set version. Now, some companies are really starting to grasp this and give us super editions and box set releases. One of the examples I have for sure is this right here, the Super Mario Bros. Set that Umbrella did, where they put this giant box set together and did a great job. I mean, did a great job. So this is something that is an example of a studio actually saying, okay, let's give them what they want. I think they want something like this. So this is great. But a lot of times we don't get this for certain types of movies. One of the things that we liked as collectors a lot too was Scream Factory. When they started releasing the Halloween movies, they put them in hard box cases. Now that was something we really hadn't seen before from Scream Factory. So I think a lot of us were pretty excited. And we thought maybe that was going to become the norm for a lot of titles. And they put that out. They did the same type of release, though, for an Elvira movie, which I thought was just silly. Now, listen, I love Elvira. Mistress of the Dark, the one that Arrow put out, is such a fun 80s movie. The other one that they put out from Scream Factory was a not as beloved movie, I don't think. And to do that with the hard shell box was weird, because I think what probably happened was that movie probably didn't sell that great. And they were like, oh, well, we're not wasting our time with these hard boxes. It's not going to make a difference. So I actually think that was probably a mistake on Scream Factory's part to make that the next kind of movie they put out with that kind of box set. So it didn't happen. But the biggest thing is this. I've got some releases I want to show you guys. Now, these are box sets that fans have created through their own making. They physically make these sets. They sell them on Etsy. One of the biggest companies, and I believe which is most of these, could be Blockbuster box sets. If there's others, basically on Etsy, guys, and I'll find out where these came from for sure. But on Etsy, they're all over the place. Physical media collectors have gone to making box sets for custom releases. So we're going to look at some of the ones I have today, and one that I just got, which is incredible, that one of my subscribers and friends actually sent to me. So let's go for an example first of, releases that we get for movies that we love, but we would like to have it go a step further. One of the things that we love, like I said, are the slip boxes that come in the Halloween films, which we'll look at this box set. But let's say, for instance, Return of the Living Dead. Scream Factory put out a 4K of that, and it's nice. But wouldn't it have been nice to have it in one of those hard cases? Well, now we can. Look at this. Here's a hard shell custom case that was made for Return of the Living Dead. Look at that. Now the movie comes right out. Boom. Pull out your release right there. And now you've got Return of the Living Dead in a cool hard shell case. Now this is something you can do for certain movies that you love, and get a hard style box set for your movie to give it that more premium feel that you feel like it deserves. So I think that that's pretty cool. Another example, let's say you're a big fan of Fright Night, and you like the steelbook that they did, but it would have been nice to have something with a little bit more pizzazz. Well, check this out. Here's a hard shell box for Fright Night. Look at that. You get the logo on the side. You got cool picture on the back. And then check this out. You slide out your steelbook. Boom. How cool is that? These are affordable, cool things. This is not even a sponsored video, by the way. I just want to make sure people know that. I want people to know that, the power really is in our hands. And the last example is one that's going to blow you guys away. Now, we learned this with my Cliff McMillan interview that I did. They wanted to do a 4K box set for Halloween, but the licensing issues would not allow that to happen. Halloween 6, 7, and 8 ended up going to Paramount, and Paramount was like, you can only do this if you put our movies in a box set, so they couldn't do a total box set, yada, yada, blah, blah. But the fans said, nah, we're not going to let that happen. Now, it's silly why Scream Factory won't just put out a box, sell a box themselves that they could manufacture and make a killing off of, but here it is, guys. Here is a box set that houses all of the Halloween films on 4K. Look at that. Incredible. Now, here's the cool thing about these guys on Etsy that sell these is they even give you options for what artwork you want to put on the box. So you can design your own box set. Now, this one has this cool shot of Michael that was going to be some kind of promo shot, I think, for Halloween Returns. We've got the pumpkin. And then on this side, we got a shot of Michael with a bloody knife. On the top, it even says Halloween on there. And then it perfectly houses all 8 Halloween 4Ks. Incredible. They even made it extra thick to, mine are out of order if you could see. So let me satisfy my OCD with that real quick and fix this. And if you'll remember, the Halloween 6 hard box was a little bit thicker than the rest of them. So they did a good job at making them all sitting there nice. Now, wouldn't you rather have something like this to display your Halloween collection? I mean, I know I like it like this. This is just so freaking cool. So... yeah. First off, shout out to my pal Chuck, who has a really great physical media channel. I met him a while back, and he's a really cool guy, so I want to shout out his channel for sure. He wanted to send me this because there was an updated version, which I can't imagine how much better that probably is, of this box set that you can get. And this was Blockbuster box sets. And again, these Etsy stores, like, and there's other guys on there. If you go to Etsy, you'll find these all over the place. Whether it be Universal or Steven Spielberg, more than likely Steven Spielberg, there has never been a Jaws collection where the first movie has been packaged with the sequels. As far as I know. I mean, when the Blu-ray sets came out some years ago, they did them separate releases, but part 1 always came out first. The sequels came out a little bit later. And then they did a Blu-ray box set, or a thicker Blu-ray case that had Jaws 2, 3, and 4 together. Then Jaws 1 came out on 4K. And then we just got the announcement that Jaws 3 and 4 coming out in 4K, which is great. But they're doing a 4K collection that is Jaws 2, 3, and 4. It's not Jaws 1, 2, 3, 4. They're not doing any box sets about that. Well, the fans have decided, F that. You know, Spielberg, kiss my ass. We're making a Jaws box set. The fans have spoken. Look, you guys are going to love this. Here is a Jaws box set collection. I'm not going to show you the side to last because that's going to really kill you. Got a great shot of the shark, which I believe was from the DVD of Jaws 2 on there. Smile, you son of a bitch. You ready for this, guys? It's one thing to be able to house your movies in a collection, but having hard boxes for all 4 movies is even cooler. You got to be kidding me. And here's the coolest thing. There's even, if you look right there, guys, there's even felt pads in between the movies. So let's take this out and have a gander. So what I did for now is put my Blu-ray releases in here. When I get my 4Ks, I'll probably put my 4Ks in here. So here's Jaws 1. We pull this out. We got a great shot of Quint on top of his boat. And in here is my Universal Jaws Blu-ray collection, which is great. That's a great release to the film. Now the felt pieces just kind of sit in here. All right, guys. So next up we have this one's my favorite. We have a hard box release for Jaws 2. Look at that. We got our Jaws 2 spine right there. And in here I've got my Jaws 2 Blu-ray with my favorite poster of the franchise. So, and that they fit nice in there. Got a little wiggle room, but they fit really good in there. All right, next up, guys, we have Jaws 3. Look at that. How cool is that? Look at the backside, the third dimension in terror. And then, of course, on the inside, we pull this out, and we've got our gorgeous Jaws 3 Blu-ray. Amazing. I love it. And they fit nice in there. Like I said, they're easy to get out. You can easily slide them out. They're not too tight to where you have to, you know. And these cases are real nice. There's some real weight to these. They feel really good. The prints on them look good. So it's incredible how close the fans out there have gotten to mastering making these look so professional, and it's good enough to where, I mean, it genuinely, if I don't have any desire to wait for a official box set to come out like this, because it's not going to be this cool, and the quality on this is so nice that you could fool anybody with it. And last but certainly not least, we've got Jaws the Revenge, ladies and gentlemen. And on the back side, we've got a beautiful image of the Jaws DVD release of Jaws the Revenge. And on the inside, of course, we have our Jaws the Revenge Blu-ray. Amazing. So the fans have taken over. I mean, they have decided we're no longer waiting for you guys to get it together and give us a complete collection like we want. So I forgot to show this at the top. The complete Jaws collection. So guys, you can get this stuff online and make your collection go from a B to an A+. I just think it's really cool. Like I said, not a sponsored video. I think that people know about this, but I really want to do a video to talk about it, because it's one thing to just show it off, but it's like, yeah, the fans have spoken. We're gonna finish things. We're gonna finish where you guys left things and make things perfect for the fans. So out of all the ones I have, I gotta say the Jaws one I have is just so cool. And then, you know, for the Halloween fans, I can't imagine any Halloween fan wouldn't want to house their movies in a cool box set where you can design the covers. That's the coolest things about these guys. And a lot of them let you design your covers. So there you go, guys. Shout out to my pal Chuck. I'll link his channel down below. Yeah, it's amazing. The horror physical media fans are the best, and we're taking over. We're not going to settle for mediocrity with these companies. You know, we appreciate the releases. We love that we're getting Jaws 3 and 4 and 4K. But guess what, guys? When you get your set, you can take it to the next level and get yourself an actual box set of your movies. Pretty damn cool. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Huge, giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind-the-scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.